It was just one day sitting or driving to my grandparents' house. It was just a long day. You know, those days that you have to go to your grandparents' house for their anniversary slash other. Well, this happened because I didn't pay attention. Let me just say that I'm a huge worst driver slash like driving to my parents' house ever, because I always get lost and they have to always find me with the police. Well, this day was the worst day ever, even for when I almost got my speeding ticket. It started with me at my home, and then the phone rang when I came out of the shower. And when I came out of the shower, I looked at the caller. It was my parents. They were saying, "Hey, Andrew, you should yeah, that's my real name, Andrew. But they said that, "Hey, Andrew, you should come over to our house because you missed our anniversary." And then I was like, alright, I'll just come. I'll be there in a few hours. And so I got ready and I started to pack my stuff because I had to go, because they usually don't or they have a one bed because they live in an apartment. And so I had to stay at a hotel. So I packed up my stuff and then drove. But the problem was that I always get lost because it's an hour drive there. So I got my phone and I found the GPS map. But when I looked at the GPS app, something was off. It would appear to be the GPS, app, but it was for $40 for a stupid GPS app. I was like, oh my god, this is ridiculous. I keep on finding others, but they're saying worst app ever. So what I had to do is get that app. So I installed it, and then it was installing. So when I got my phone out, I went in the car, got my phone out, and put in the address for my parents' house. And yeah, several about say 20 minutes was good, but when it got to 30 minutes, the horror started. It was a girl voice of saying the GPS, the GPS lady. So when I drove past a McDonald's, it said, "Now turn right." But when I looked at the right, it said that, or it had a deserted road just going to another empty highway with no one on it. And my parents said that, "Oh, that highway? That highway hasn't been used forever." And I was really confused because I thought it would never go that way. But I listened to the GPS and I went that way. But when I went a little further, I looked up, or looked out of my windows, and the road was decayed. Something if a equator hit the road, or a big explosion of a TNT hit the road. So I continued driving, but when I got on the first floor, I could barely not see the sun because it was all covered by humongous trees in the way. But I hit something hard. A big crack hit my wheel, and the GPS was like, "No, go more straight." And then a few 15 minutes, I was back on the road of the highway, and I was confused because I thought the GPS was supposed to be going to the left, but I ignored it and continued on. And then the disturbing part started. It was like 5:55 p.m. I was really tired. I needed something to eat, and so I retyped McDonald's, and then the disturbing thing I've ever heard was this coming out of the GPS. Go kill yourself. I was legitimately scared. I wanted to call the police, but my parents would say, "Oh no, this is bad. Then you're gonna have to go to jail." But so I didn't. So I just ignored it. I put in McDonald's, and it started to McDonald's. So when I got back onto the road, it did more disturbing things, like saying like go kill yourself, die. I want to see blood. And when I got to my parents' house, it was thunder and lightning, and the time was 9:02, and I was completely tired. So I went to go knock on the door. And then get out. No, just say hi and then go to my hotel. And when I knocked on the door, the most disturbing scream I have ever heard in my entire life played. It would appear to be my mother screaming at the top of her lungs, "Leave me alone." Even the next door neighbors could hear, and I went to go to my parents' neighbors, and they called the police. When the police came to the house, they discovered a disturbing thing in their closet, and they took it away to the jail, and I was really scared. And then my dad brought their shotgun, or his shotgun, from the garage, and started to walk around the house with the police, even the basement. And two human beings, a male and a female, were in their basement in their closet. The male was in their closet, and the female was in their basement closet. And so they said, "Could we stay at your hotel?" And I thought that was weird, but I didn't want them to stay at their house. So they brought their dog, got into their car, and left the disturbing house. But their car was broken, so they had to use my car. But the problem was the GPS. I totally forgot about the GPS. The words, "We want blood," or "I want to see blood," "Go kill yourself and die," was probably for my parents. So I typed in my hotel address, and this disturbing thing part was that it said, "I can see your parents," in a demented voice, of saying, "I can see your parents," out of the window. And we looked out the window, and there it was, the GPS lady. I thought that was the most disturbing part of my life ever.